Hey guys, I'm here. We are back with season 6 of Legends Tomorrow. We're about to dive into episode 10. Last week's episode, the gang went back in time for Bayrod's birthday to track down an alien who was interfering with the past and the history of one of his most favorite shows, which influenced a lot of his direction in life. So it was pretty fun for the most part, seeing how changes to that show affected Bayrod's outcome in life and how it kind of put into perspective for Zari how some of those things that she kind of takes for granted and doesn't really understand to heart a little bit when she understands how that actually affected her brother, how those formative years with these shows, with these things that he holds dear, kind of created the brother that she loved. Because taking that away kind of created a brother she wasn't too fond of. And it was like a kind of a reflection in the mirror kind of way as to kind of appreciate the Bayrod that we got. Kind of an episode overall that kind of hits close to home for me. Though, it was an alright episode. It wasn't like a banger. It wasn't like fantastic or anything. But it was alright. It was fun. I like the idea that it was going for. It ends with Zari knowing she's not the only one out there that needs some love, so she switches places with OG Zari, takes some time away in the totem to allow her to come out, take control of her body, and get to spend time with Bayrod, Nate, the whole gang again, catching up. And that's when we learned that Mick has head babies. Apparently, when he fanoodled Kayla, she laid eggs in his head. And that's where we pretty much left off with the episode. We still have Gus on the Wave Rider, I think. So I don't know if that's going to carry over into this episode or not. So guys, that all being said, remember the full-length unedited reaction watch-alongs over on Patreon. If you want to check out my full uncut reaction, you can also sign up as a YouTube member here as well to get access to the same content over there if you don't feel like making a whole new account or anything like that. But that all said, let's go ahead and dive into this week's episode. Here we go. All right, we're picking up with John.
Is this your plan, old boy? Force me to watch you smack your lips together like some sort of blonde ape until I tell you where I stashed the map? Oh, you...
You're gonna tell me where the map is, or I'm gonna desecrate your painting with my bodily fluids.
I entrusted the map to a banker to hold on to until my eventual resurrection.
Noel, I presume.
Constantine.
Well, hello.
Aren't you going to invite me in?
You're a vampire.
Where's Alistair?
Don't worry about him. From now on, you'll deal with me. See, I'm offering something far more valuable. A favor.
Hey!
Possibly do for me.
I'll spare your immortal life for one. One word and sunshine will turn you to ashes. Now hand over what you were holding for Crowley and you can be on your merry little way.
A little potion I procured for him. One day, you might get a taste for it.
Okay.
Crowley, you sneaky wank.
So what does that do? I missed. If she said that, it went right over my head.
With roses,
There's Gus.
with lilies o'erspread, is Gussie's sweet belly.
That little snot's not crying because it's tired. It's got growing pains.
Well, he does not look any bigger.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I can see where this is going, new Zari.
Well, technically, I'm the original. Sorry.
The OZ, the one and only.
Yeah, she's really got that new girl on the ship vibes.
Men can't get pregnant.
Okay, if you really
really have Kayla's eggs in your skull, then maybe they'll give a clue to what will happen.
Ever seen the movie Alien? Yeah, I think we know what will happen.
Please.
Ew. Nope.
Oh, what sordid scene am I interrupted? Never mind, don't care. Spooner, join me for a shot in the chin wag.
Oh, this is cool. Only those who are worthy may drink from this fountain.
It's typical prophecy, Malaki. I need a location. Oh, the city? That's a city in the southeast of Spain. Now, first and foremost, this country has just suffered 3 years of a brutal and bloody civil war.
Civil War? What were you planning on telling me that?
I just did. And don't even get me started on the devious little role of the Catholic Church.
I'm Catholic, John.
Yeah, well, then you'll understand my attitude towards priests. I'd sooner rather break bread with a bloody demon. Do I look like a bloody fascist?
Well, you look like a gentleman.
He has a point.
No, he doesn't. I'll have you know that I served with the Poon militia at Harama. Those evil buggers, they were as big as boils. As boils, yes.
Nico and I didn't plan our baby, but we're dealing with it.
Oh, guys, Gussie is aging rapidly. He's like a
I
teenager.
feel like this is definitely a little bit different.
A hormonal giant teenager.
Come on, pop it up. You're pregnant.
There's a donkey with great magical orders.
Oh no.
Makes el gato impervious to even a hail of bullets for the fascist scum.
Adios. Magical donkey?
I don't know, I don't need a load of crap like that.
Makes me think of Mr. Nobody.
Whoever we're talking to, he was. Something alien is down here, all right?
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. What's your name, lad?
¿Cómo te llamas?
Kind of looks like Zorro.
Fernando? How are the alien powers coming from the kid?
He must have drunk from the fountain.
I've been sent by the great Herr Hitler himself to hunt down a man known as El Gato. You see,
Makes sense Hitler would be interested in this
has
magical
grown from
fountain.
an occult relic of immense interest to Herr Hitler.
They're all of immense interest to Hitler.
The spear of destiny, the loom of fate. I've studied them all.
Nice callbacks.
Oh, I know exactly who you are. El Gato.
The bullet? Did you pull the bullet out? Alright, man, I patched you up, but there's still a bullet inside your chest cavity, but it'll be fine.
Here is the key to the fountain. Arrest everyone.
Bollocks and bloody bollocks! Come on, Johnny, think. Think. You can't leave it there.
Oh no. Don't do it, Johnny. Don't do it, John.
I deserve everything that's coming my way.
Oh, Dad, I'm going into labor. Yeah.
His face.
En cualquier momento llegarán los superhéroes.
¿Superhéroes? ¿Como la torera y la JSA?
And the JSA. I wish we would see the JSA again. We might though, but a different version. Now the Stargirl's on the network.
Ciao, senores. I am a Father Constantine, and I have orders from the Vatican.
What is this plan?
I was just about to question the boy.
Please, Capitan, allow me.
Jesus.
I need to get into the med bay!
Tarazi siblings.
Activate.
Oh, that Wonder Twin callback, man. Tarazi siblings activate. Oh my god, what did he turn into? Holy shit, dude. Where'd you dump that thing?
I'm so sorry.
For what?
I'm not actually in labor. I just needed to get us to the med bay in case you were in labor.
Oh my god.
But
We'll see you at the next doctor's appointment, okay?
I'm conducting a sacred ceremony, creating a telepathic gateway between this child and this virgin.
Te puedo llevar.
I don't know. I was so
Aw.
lost for days.
Unacceptable.
You know, there is one thing that I never understood about the fascist. What is it that you see in Hitler? He's a peasant with one ball.
Now she's got her alien gun too, so.
Anyone?
No. All clear.
Why would he lie about that?
What's your prize?
Where's it gone? I can feel it. It was right here.
The prophecy said.
Only the worthy may drink from the fountain. You take the boy and hide.
What are you gonna do, John?
Only a bastard can vanquish a monster. Go.
Damn. What the fuck? Fucking going on a fucking magic trip here. It's like some Fear and Loathing in Lost Constantine. No, that's not a happy moment.
Tough little guppies, aren't they?
I'm sure Kayla would be really happy to know you're taking care of her babies.
She would.
Yeah, because they need you to survive. Just like I do.
Until they explode out of your skull.
Are those?
It's not okay.
John, what happened back there? I saw you drink something.
I'm pretty sure he didn't like fertilize those. They just laid it in his head.
Don't do it. I'll tell Zari.
No, you won't. Pretend I'll leave easily. Tomorrow you'll return to the legends. You'll tell them we were successful. You'll tell them I drunk from the fountain of Imperium.
Yes, John.
Oh no.
All you can take him is yours.
John, what have you done?
Damn. John, what have you done? Man, I like the episode though, like just the tight, like, focused episode on Spooner and John as he's trying to find this, the fountain to get his powers back. So I like that whole bit of it. The mixed stuff is just still kind of stupid. Like, it's funny, but like they're also trying to take it like seriously and pull like this weird spin on it. Like, oh, it's your babies. I was like, yeah, until they eat your skull out. Like, it's not the same thing. He didn't have any to do in the creation of these things, but he will die if they spawn. So I don't like what everybody's like, oh, it says it's not a good thing. He's going to die. Try to like feign it up to an accident. Like if like, you know, you accidentally had your kid like he did with Lita and all that stuff, and like her own kid. That's not the same thing. That is not. So I'm sorry. But the whole stuff with John was a lot of fun. I think him and Spooner had some pretty strong chemistry. I like them going back to 1939 Spain, looking for this fountain. I like that whole journey that they took there with Fernando, and again, like having to be worthy of drinking from this fountain. The fountain didn't appear to him, so he tried to steal the power from the kid, and the power just went right past him back to the fountain and dissipated. And yeah, John's just getting increasingly desperate to get his powers back. So it's kind of frustrating because I would hope for some like growth there. But it fits in line with his character. He's always been pretty much intensely selfish and self-absorbed and self-grandizing. So like seeing him like play this kid kind of, or do this like, it's for him, but it's really for me, but it is for him, but I'll take it thing, like is very fitting for him and like what the Constantine that we've got to know in the Arrowverse at least. So like seeing that selfishness come through and win out, and then when it didn't work, he fell into the trap of Crowley's little juicing, drinking that blood vial he got from the vampire to get a temporary boost in his magical ability. And it goes all trippy, man. Like it was almost like he was getting high off of it, because it went all like discolored, like you would see in like, you know, visual depictions of like LSD and acid and stuff like that you see in like media, like with the flashing colors and the distorted vision and all that jazz. And he's just killing these soldiers, and you can just see how he's loving it. So like it's affecting himself in a way. So I don't know if he was just high on the power, or it was just like because it's like from an evil source that it's influencing the way his magic operates when he's using it. And then at the end, you know, now he's addicted to it, like Crowley set up, and now he after all this bonding with Spooner, and he uses his magic, takes a hit, uses his magic to wipe her memory and force her to lie to the legends about how this mission went. And then they just, Gus grew up, became the freaking Bigfoot, and they was like, couldn't do anything with him. And they just dumped him somewhere in time. I don't even think they said where in time they dumped him or where they dumped him. They just dropped him somewhere. That's not good. But overall, it was a fun episode. I definitely like this one more than the last episode. But then again, I have a strong Constantine bias, so I like that we got to spend an entire episode with the character. You know, we kind of, Ava and Sarah were out of most of this episode, which makes sense because they have set up that they're planning for their wedding and stuff like that. I did like seeing OG Zari talk to the new team and how get to know some of the new players, and she's like, just the way she kind of interacted with them and Spooner and stuff was a lot of fun. Like, at this point, like I feel like if anybody was going to be interim captain, it would either be Nate or OG Zari in her absence, in Ava and Sarah's absence. So I would have liked to see a little bit more of her, especially given the way last episode ended. But I'm sure we will next episode or something like that in the next couple of episodes. But this is a fun little episode. So I just hope Constantine does get his magic back in the end. But I hope he goes about it the right ways and earns it back. Again, at this point, I think he and Sarah are easily my favorite characters in the show. Even OG Zari is still one of my favorite characters, so I am happy to have her back. And she had I didn't like her initially either, starting off. She was very much felt like I've been feeling about Spooner when she first started off, and then I definitely grew attached and endeared to her. So I'm starting to feel that way with Spooner as well. So I'm really liking what they're doing with some of the aspects of the show. I do think it's kind of losing some track with a little bit of the B plot, especially with Mick, but that's its own story. Anyway, guys, what did you think of this week's episode? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you like this, make sure to support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. If you want to see the full-length, unedited reaction, go check out my Patreon, or you can become a member here and get access to that as well. Shout out to our channel legends, Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, and Philly Vane. Thank you all, as always, for your support. If you want to talk all things Legends, DC, Marvel, what have you, come join our Discord. Links to that and all my socials are in the description of this video. I hope you follow me there. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Take care, everybody.